The word of the day today is riffraff.
Oof.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, you're about to know.
I do know, and I don't like it. Tell me what happened, though.
All right, so there's a dive company here, local, in air quotes, who recently put up a fence on their private dock, and they posted a picture about it, captioning it saying, "Welcome to Guantanamo Bay."
Oh, I didn't know that
Yeah.
part.
The fence is called the fence is called Guantanamo Bay, and it's his perfect idea to keep out the riffraffs and the fishermen. And then he made a second post doubling down with a sign saying private property, private parking, theme. We're keeping the theme going, no riffraffs. Everything about it is horrible, and a lot of people have been like, oh, you know, what's the deal? What's the harm in saying that word? Well, it has a particular tone. A person who's a riffraff is less than. They aren't worth anything. They have less value than the person who is calling them out of their name.
It's the point of dehumanization. It's the way it was used in the sentence. So you said anything you want.
The post went up. People got upset. Obviously, we all flocked to it. We started to share our thoughts. I made my video.
I saw yours.
I spoke on that. I felt like it was my responsibility with the type of platform that I have as a young Caymanian to address this. I mean, granted, it's not the first that anything has happened like this on the island, but I feel like it's time for it to stop. It's time for people to be held accountable, and it's time for us as Caymanians to put things in place to make sure it does not continue to happen moving forward. We don't have an issue with persons who come and call Cayman home and who are investing and who love the people, who love the culture, who love the heritage and respect us. But when you have that one rotten apple amongst the bunch, you know, we really have to start weeding those type of people out, because you're benefiting and living off of our land and our resources, and in the same hand disrespecting us, while we can't go to where you're from and do that.
And that stuff is insidious too.
Yes.
It gets into people's minds and it slowly spreads along.
Yeah, we just wanted to highlight it so that people understand there's nothing funny about that word. It should not be used, or any word, term, or phrase that, you know, dehumanizes a local, a nation, or a human being in general, whether that's colorism, classism, racism, you name it. None of that is acceptable here, and we as Caymanians are not going to tolerate that. There is power in social media, and I really wanted to just highlight very quickly, guys, how far and wide this conversation has gone. From my post on Instagram alone, it has been seen 70,000 times, and 80% of that number is not from Cayman. It's across the Caribbean region and the rest of the world, the UK, Europe, and Africa.
That's right. And this conversation is happening in different ways in all those places you just mentioned too, because the same issue is going on everywhere right now.
Everywhere.
Like Dave Chappelle said on Saturday night, from Palisades to Palestine, let's respect all human beings.
All of them.
I love that statement.
Come on, that's a heavy one, man. That's a powerful one. Thank you for having me, Tim.
So shit's great. Thank you for telling us about it too.